Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Welcome to my YouTube channel for my very first video. I've made this video of a junk journal that I've made. Recently I've been watching videos on YouTube showing junk journals, and I found them quite frankly fascinating. They're absolutely beautiful. The vintage ones in particular I've been really interested in, so I decided to set myself a wee task of trying to make one. I purchased some digital papers from a variety of shops on Etsy, those being CameoShoppe, Innkeeper's Journal, ARTYmaze, EphemerasGarden, Calicocollage and TsunamiRose. I put them together with there's a couple of sheets of graphic 45 papers in the book, so I'll let you have a wee look and you could maybe leave some comments and let me know what you think. The card itself, or the book, should I call it, it has been made from a 7x7 greeting card that I've just, used as the base, if you like. My front cover here is an ARTYmaze paper which has been layered on a sheet of sheet music. There's an image from Calicocollage and another image down here. Again, this particular image has been layered on top of some vintage sheet music. There's a butterfly which is lace and a little glass heart-shaped button on top. My first page is using the graphic 45 paper here. It's from the Gilded Lily, and I've given it a slight coat of distress using some distress ink. Just bear with me and I'll tell you which one it is. It's Tattered Rose, so it's Tim Holt's Tattered Rose, and I used a stencil through it to make some sort of splats and blots. This is a quarter of a doily that I've attached to use as a tuck spot. And in terms of ephemera, there's a card, a little piece of ephemera that I've corner punched. I'm not sure if you'll see the little corner punching in that there. It's like a little flower. It was a Fisker's punch I used for that one. And this is ephemera from Innkeeper's Journal, which again I've distressed. It's a W+9 sort of splat stamp that I've used on the back of a lot of the items, and I cut a little butterfly here. This page is fairly well decorated, and the edge has been punched out using an X-cut edge puncher. This page I used the stencil and the Tattered Rose distress ink again, just to sort of give it a feel. This page could be used for journaling, and a couple of little tags for journaling that are included in there as well. Got a doily, printed page, again with the edge cut. This particular page was one of the things that had attracted me to this kit, this digital kit from ARTYmaze, is because it came lined. I'm not the neatest writer in the world, so I thought that would be really useful to have lined paper to write on. Got a little doily here, another decorative page. This page has a sort of tuck pocket, if you like. The top of the page is stamped with a variety of stamps in the vintage theme to give it a bit of sort of aged look. I've got a decorated paper clip, just a little banner over it, and a paper flower. A tag that I cut out and added some ephemera to, and again stamped the corner with the Fisker's punch that I've got. It's a 3-in-1 punch, so it's got 3 different punches within the one. And then we've got a little envelope here which was part of the original paper kit for this, which comes with a little journaling tag. I've got some old sheet music here, but again I've distressed that with the tattered rose. Little tag here with a paper clip that I've added some lace to, ribbon and a little button. Again I distressed the tag. This page is partially lined, quite decorative again, but useful for journaling. We've got a little envelope that I made using the We Are Memory Keepers envelope board and another decorated paper clip. Little tag I cut out with a piece of ephemera and another piece of ephemera from one of the sides for journaling. Another tuck pocket on this one, and the top of the page I've stamped using stamps from I think it's Crafty Individuals mostly, and there's a Kaiser Craft stamp, one or two wee bits of ephemera that I've distressed the back of. Again, they can all be used for journaling spots if you wanted. I've added one of the photos from TsunamiRose's site onto this sheet music, which is, it does look very aged, the sheet music. I'm not entirely clear exactly how old it is. It was bought in a vintage, well, sorry, in an antique shop if you like, but it's quite close to university, the particular junk shop that I've used, and he tends to keep some damaged stock for the students that are maybe doing one or two sort of projects, so it was just one of those that I bought. This envelope was part of the TsunamiRose kit, and this paper, which I've distressed, was from CameoShoppe. It could be used again for journaling. I've added a stamp to the envelope. It's an old French stamp. I just got hold of some old stamps off eBay. I thought they made an interesting addition to things like envelopes and letters if you're using them for a junk journal. I've got a little bookmark here that I made from the CameoShoppe papers, using a little bit of lace and a little fabric rose at the top. Page from Pride and Prejudice. It's not even an old copy of Pride and Prejudice. It looks old, but it's not really all that old. The signature itself, I used silver embroidery thread, and I attached a couple of little sort of silver coloured charms at the bottom that are two interlocking hearts with little arrow through them. This page has the doily, and I decoupaged a napkin at the top, and there is one or two wee bits of tattered rose distress ink here, and some of the ephemera that I'm using on this page. Again, which you can use for, I stamped the back of that one. You can use these for added journaling spaces if needed be. This page similarly decoupaged at the top, and a little bit of the distress ink. Little tiny tag I cut out using a dye machine, and a little paper flower with a flat back pearl in it. Oops, missed a page now. It's the other page of the book. I've used my edge punch just in the centre there to give it a wee bit of difference. These are quite decorative, so I don't see me writing on these pages, to be fair. Might use this for writing, journaling. Doily, another sheet music. We've got another tuck spot here. I've die cut a key from sheet music and added it here. The top of the page, I think they're all Crafty Individual stamps and some of the Tattered Rose Distress ink, and one or two pieces of ephemera. When I cut out the ephemera, I tend to go around them if I can with vintage photo, because There's nothing worse than seeing the white core of paper when you're trying to give it the old-fashioned look, do you know what I mean? So it's always useful. Vintage photo covers all problems, doesn't it? Now this is partially, these two pages have got partial lines, so very useful for journaling, and obviously attractive imagery on them too. And this page fully lined. Here we've got the sheet music with a little glassine bag. I've used washi tape to adhere the bag and made a little bookmark from some of the excess papers, because the length of the papers themselves were bigger than the 7x7 journal, so the bit I cut off I just folded it over, stuck it round with vintage photo, wee bit of lace stapled to the top, wee bookmark. There you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, as they say. And here we've got another tuck spot. This one stamped at the top with some Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous stamps, and that one's from Crafty Individuals. I've a little envelope that I made myself with the We Are Memory Keepers envelope board. I got that for my birthday from my son, and it's invaluable, quite frankly, when it comes to doing something like this. And another couple of wee bits of ephemera just in there for added interest. Could do a wee bit of journaling this, even although it is quite well decorated. Little doily, little tag that I made, I cut out myself using a Spellbinder's die, I think that was, and I've stuck some ephemera to it, and this is from a Sizzix die. I've just done some layering here. I think it's a tag die it's called, with a little button and a little bit of jute twine through it. And the edge again cut with my edger punch. And there we go, and more journaling space here. And that's us at the end. Back page is Gilded Lily again. This time it's the pink page, and the tattered, you don't see the tattered rose distress ink so well on it. It's obviously very similar in colour. Some more ephemera from Innkeeper's Journal, and not sure, I think that's from Innkeeper's Journal too, and another little tag from that Spellbinder set. I've got a flaky flower here. I think this is one of these things I bought on eBay that came from China, took about a month and a half to get here, and a little flat back pearl on top. The back of the book is still the ARTYmaze paper, and I've used lace, two different laces, down the spine of the book just to detract from the threads that were coming through. Well, there you go, that's my book. I hope you liked it. Hope you liked the video enough that you might even stop back at some point in the future. Ideally I'll be making more, maybe not very many more journals, because they do seem to take up quite a lot of time. Although I dare say I'll get faster the more I do. So I'll be doing more journals, I'll be doing cards, and I'll be doing some jewellery as well. Feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have a few folk that are sufficiently interested in my work to pop in now and again and get to know me. Thanks very much for your time anyway. Bye bye.